It's your show, Asa.
Let me just turn on my camera. Thank you. Thank you. The numbers are climbing. Thank you, everyone, for joining. What a pleasure to have the opportunity to share time with you. We are certainly not going to waste your time. We value your time. Thank you for all the messages in the chat. Greetings from Fulsha, Texas. Can we quickly put in the chat where we're calling from, where we're logging in from, just as a way to start off the engagement? Again, thank you for joining. We are, thank you from Atlanta. Thank you. Benin, Papua New Guinea. Wow. Birmingham, Ogun State, Nigeria. Thank you, guys. We're definitely representing the world here. Cyprus. Thank you. Thank you for joining. Thank you. Kigali. Thank you. Fantastic. Greetings to everyone. From all of us, you'll get to meet us. But let me quickly do a run through of what we're here to do. We have just 1 hour of your time and we want to make good use of it. So we're going to do quick introductions, and then we're going to have the core team introduce themselves before we hand over to Dr. Stephen Akitayo from Calabar. Woohoo! That is my motherland, Calabar. Beautiful women, beautiful soups. So then we're going to go into the core presentation, and then we do have a Q&A session. And, we might ask you to put your questions in the chat. That's how we're going to do it. And then we're going to have experts answer your questions. And then we'll talk about the next steps, and what to do going forward. So it is an honor to have you, to spend time with you, to share time with you. So I'm going to start by introducing myself. My name is Asa Adenusi. I, again, greetings from Fulsha, Texas. I'm the Director of Accounting and Sales of the Jasper Homes LLC. So that is my designation. Mr. Bertrand, would you like to introduce yourself?
Oh, yes. Good afternoon, good evening, everybody. Greetings from Richmond, Texas. My name is Bertrand Orok. I'm the Director for Research and Finance for the Jasper River Estate Smart Homes. Thank you so much for making our time to be here. I think it's an opportunity for us to really learn and get engaged and take our destinies into our hand and learn how to develop passive wealth. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Mr. Bertrand. Thank you. Look to your left, look to your right. If someone you invited is not here, call them in quickly and say, the show has started, you don't want to miss this, okay? The show has started, you don't want to miss this. Mr. John, are you able to introduce yourself at this time?
My name is John. I am calling from the Jasper, and we're here to actually, loop you into the, wealth building structure. And I hope thank you for joining the webinar, and we hope you have a blessed, great evening learning from our great mentor, DSA.
Thank you, John. Mr. Dapo, are you able to introduce yourself now?
Okay.
John is over here. There you go.
Name is Dapo Adeshido. Currently on the site. I'm here with John. I'm the director for project management for this project. And it's good to have all of you here. Thanks.
Thank you. Definitely a crop of highly skilled professionals in all ramifications. So the project is actually Smart Estate, right? smart in the sense that, the homes will be smart and the people handling the project are also smart. So again, the numbers are climbing. Thank you for joining. We really appreciate the time that you've cut out to spend with us. We're going to make it worth your while. Absolutely worth your while. So I'm going to hand over, to a very, very laudable individual. If I try to read off his profile, I probably will do injustice. Plus, he's very humble. So I would like to introduce Dr. Stephen Akintayo, the chairman of GTEx Holdings.
Okay, thank you so much, Mrs. Asa. You've done a good job. I mean, is this your first time anchoring aside work a webinar like this?
With these numbers, oh yes, I've seen the numbers climbing. I'm like, I'm diving into some deep waters here today, but yeah.
And you've done a good job. So amazing work you've done. I mean, it looks like you've been doing this for a while. Our group CEO is here, so I'll allow him introduce himself as well. Please go ahead.
Hi, thank you, Chairman. So wonderful to see you again, and thank you, Mrs. Asa, for the introductions. I'm really pleased to see the site, sir. It's very pleasing, the guys on the ground. Just to give you some of my background, my name is Rana Ijaz. I'm the Group CEO for GTEx Holdings. Professionally, I'm an investment banker, but quietly has been exposed to real estate in the Middle East. I'm based out of Dubai, but quite frequent to Nigerian operations. Hope to see you guys sometime in the US. This is our second lecture in the US. I think I must be thinking sometime we'll plan out. So it's always an honor to share screen with our chairman, Dr. Stephen. Always great things to learn. We are still his students, and we are here to contribute whatever I know iota of knowledge, I would say, we can do on our side. So welcome everyone, and I hope it will be a great webinar, and we look forward, sir, hearing from you and to this great project. And it's really an opportunity to make wealth. I would say, because there are so many conventional projects you hear, but what we are doing in States is really unique, especially green and smart homes. Our first project, and it's close to our hearts because it comes with the African background, and it's an amazing opportunity for the diaspora, I would say. And I think it's a natural duty of all the Africans, not limited to Nigeria, to come and support Dr. Stephen and us, because GTEx has taken the big step, and imagine once the projects get completed, it will be one of the top projects in the US. So I'm proud of that. I'm proud of being part of GTEx Holdings, and look forward to the great webinar. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Rana Ijaz. Thank you for that. I want to welcome everyone to today's webinar. Welcome, 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 welcome. So as you're joining, remember to invite as many people as possible to come. But I want to do a quick roll call. I want to see who, I want to give a chairman gift to our Richmond team. So I want to see who among our directors brought the highest number of people. So let's start. Ladies first. If you are Team Asa, just type Team Asa. Okay, can I see that? If you are Team Asa, you can just type Team Asa. In other words, if Mrs. Asa invited you, just type Team Asa. Okay? If you are Team Bertrand Orok, okay, if he invited you, just type Team Bertrand. If you are Team Dapo Adeshino, just type Team Dapo. If you are Team John Falade, just type Team John or Team John Falade, whichever one you prefer. Of course, if you have my team, right, you can put you can put team GTEX or team DSA. Let's see. Team Massa and family. It's a big Mogo. I like that. Okay. Team Golden Pear. Who is Team Golden Pear? It's still Asa. Okay. Asa has several names. Okay, at least among the directors, it seems the lady has it, you know. But I could see a lot of Team Dapo here, oh, right? I could see Team Dapo as well.
I think I yield to Dapo, yes. I think I yield to Dapo.
He has more, I guess.
No, they are from all of us. We are the same
We're family.
family.
Okay, you're welcome. I want to thank you for coming, irrespective of whichever team you came for. I love a healthy competition. I think it's very, very important in organizations. So we're getting started. Remember to invite your friends and get more people to join us tonight as we get started. I'll start by just playing my profile, as I believe some of you might just be meeting me for the first time. If you can see my slide, just type I can see your slide. If you can see my slide, please type I can see your slide. So I get started. Okay, if you can see my slide, can you type I can see your slide? Be sure you can see it. Okay, beautiful. So let's get started.
Dr. Stephen Akinteo is Africa's most influential investment coach. He is a member of the Forbes Business Council and a recipient of several prestigious awards, including the Forbes Best of Africa, Leading Investment Coach and Real Estate Mogul by Forbes Best of Africa Award. He is the chairman of GText Holdings and the founder of Stephen Akinteo Foundation. GText Holdings is the mother company of 11 subsidiaries with a highly innovative and young workforce. These subsidiaries include GText Homes, GText Land, Stephen Akinteo Foundation, GVest, GText Farms, GText and Associates, GText Academy, GText Soft, GText Hub. GText Holdings has several branches in Nigeria, which include Lagos State, Ibadan, Abeokuta, Asaba, Abuja, and Port Harcourt. Other offices are in Dubai, the UK, and the US, and the company plans to extend operations to other African countries like Ghana, Rwanda, and Uganda. Dr. Akinteo Real Estate Firm has a plan to build 25,000 green and smart homes with golf courses, polo clubs, mall, hotel, hospitals, schools, and universities across Africa by the year 2035, and control another set of 25,000 properties outside of Africa, with a total real estate asset worth $40 billion by the year 2035. Dr. Stephen Akinteo is also the host of the Global Property Brokers Conference, the largest brokers conference in Africa. Now renamed the Global Wealth Festival, several renowned speakers like Grant Cardone, Ryan Serhant, Dr. John Maxwell, and others have been brought on the platform. Dr. Akinteo has hosted some of the world's most renowned speakers on his platforms like Robert Kiyosaki, Brian Tracy, Les Brown, Dan Locke, Toby and Tomi Arayomi, Toby Adegboyega, and several others. He is the host of the Investment Chat in a Rolls-Royce, which teaches people about different investment opportunities around the globe. Learning Luxury Show, a show that educates on the benefits of owning luxury and monetizing it, and Big Talk Show, aimed at enlightening youths and the general public on election-related issues in order to build the new Nigeria. He is also the host of the Billionaire Habits podcast, Burj Khalifa series in Dubai. You can watch them on the Billionaire Habits podcast. Dr. Stephen is also the author of 42 books. His latest are The Billionaire Habits for Pastors, Billionaire Habits for Entrepreneurs, and Becoming a Billionaire Land Banker. All his books can be found in Dr. Stephen's books. To book him for speaking engagements, email egstephenakinteo.com and contact the number on your screen for more inquiries.
Okay. Welcome, everyone. And once again, thank you for joining today's webinar. We just finished our leadership CEO retreat in Ghana. It was an amazing event. The next one will be in Sierra Leone, so hope you will be part of it. This is my latest article. I often write for Forbes Business Council. I try to do at least once a month. So this is my latest. It says, how mindset can influence financial and business actions. So you can just visit www.stephenactel.com/Forbes article 8. And you can read that fantastic article, powerful. We're celebrating our 16th year as a group of companies. So we started with charity community work. So last Saturday, we had food program where we provide food for communities in Ibejuleki. This Saturday, we're doing Ikorodu. We also gave out grants, 16 million naira grants to small businesses, startups. So these are some of the winners of the grants that we're doing for our 16th year anniversary. Okay, I will start by
the audacity, the strength, the confidence. Usually, lion is also very scared and timid because these younger ones, but they are very brave. In spite of their fear, in fact, they attack what they fear. That's part of their instinct. Okay, so I hope you learn, too. Number one, it's important to know that you don't hold their tail except they're standing. Okay. The lion is believed to be the king of the jungle, but one of their biggest secrets is they believe in what we call the lion pride. The lion pride has been one of the strengths of. Okay, guys, so is a. You hold like a microphone, so you don't just hold it loose. Loose. Yeah, firm. And you hold it like. How do I hold it loose and firm? How do I hold it loose? Simply is also. This hasn't been fully formed. It takes till about 2.5 years. They're being adults, and at that point.
Okay, so some of you will be wondering, how is this relevant? How many of you, first of all, can do this, right? If you can do it, just type, I can do it. If you can't, type, I can't do it. Sorry about the audio volume, but I believe it was transcribed, so you could see the transcription. But how many of you can do this? If you can do it, type, I can. If you can't, type, I can. Don't lie. Now, this is relevant because in reality, business investment is all about risk, right? Some people will ask, was I not afraid touching the lion and holding the tail? Yes, I was afraid, but I still did it anyway. When you see people who have been able to build great business empire, great investment, the secret is that they have gone farther despite being scared. Your ability, you see, courage is not the absence of fear. Courage is doing what has to be done despite the fear. And I've seen a lot of people of color not being able to build wealth just because we haven't learned, okay, to build the courage of doing the right thing despite that we're afraid, right? So you're scared, but you're still moving. You're afraid, but you're still moving. The economy is tough, but you're still investing. You are constantly doing your best to invest. As a proper investor, you must understand that investment has risk, but your ability to still do it despite the fears and the risk is what eventually help you to scale at the top. Okay? So a couple of projects we currently have in the US. So we have this 20 unit of 3-bedroom townhouse we're selling in Valdosta. Okay, fantastic location. You can invest as well. This is also okay, so we have prices ranging from 120,000 above in Alabama. For the Valdosta one is $250,000 for the middle townhouse, and then the ones at the edge is 175,000. Now I'm just giving you an idea of some of the projects we already have at the moment.
Hey guys, welcome to Beryl Court Tidwell in Houston. Here we're building 24 units apartments, and it's going to be used, of course, for short lights for people who are facing Exxon Mobil petrol station. It's a new place developing fast. For us, it will be a cash producing assets for the next 10 years, and 10 years later, we intend to sell it for a lot more. Costing us about $5 million to build out, and then we're hoping we'll be able to sell it for over $10 million 10 years from now. The goal is to be able to provide cash flow for our investors. In 18 months, we're done with the construction. We already have permits, vertical and horizontal. Construction is going to start end to early January 2025. And so by the end of 2025, we should be done with construction on this property. It's just 12 minutes from downtown Houston, 15 minutes from Bush International Airport. Trust me, it's just fantastic location. How can you be part of this? You can invest as low as $20,000 and above per unit, and you get returns every 12 months or 18 months. Feel free to contact our team, and you get details of how you can be part of this amazing investment. Okay? Love you. Thank you for investing with us at GTEX Homes and GTEX Holdings.
So who are we? A little bit about us. GTEX Holdings started 16 years ago as a bulk SMS company. And of course, 9 years ago, we went into real estate development. Our vision is to be the largest green and smart home developer in the world. Our mission is to be the largest green and smart homes in the world using innovation and technology. And we have a vision 2035 we're currently running with, which is to be able to control over $40 billion worth of real estate assets. We're looking at cumulative of over 40,000 units across the globe. Now, what are our core values? Integrity, excellence, innovation, and energy. So for a few of you who know me, you know I'm very energetic, right? I'm the one you hear. I'm in Doha, right now I'm in Lagos, and now I'm in Houston, right? Energy is one of our core values. Innovation is one of our core values. Integrity is one of our core values. And doing things in an excellent way is one of our core values. So at the global level, these are some of our leadership team. Mr. Rana introduced himself earlier. He's the group CEO. And we have the group head of operations, Bukola Lukan. We have the group ED of Executive Director of Sales, Vivian Amechi, and the other CEOs. We have about 7 CEOs across different subsidiaries. Okay. And then in the US team, particularly now the Jasper River Smart City, we have myself, I'm part of the team. We have our Director of Accounting and Sale. Of course, she's introduced herself earlier. Mrs. Asa Adenusi. We have Director of IT and Business Development, John Faladay. And of course, the chairman himself of all of us, he's the only chairman. And you can see even with his stature. Mr. Dapadeshino, project management and compliance. And of course, we have Bertrand Orok, Director of Research and Finance. So, amazing team of people. And for us, we are focused on green. And one of it is because green building have 9% greater asset value. In other words, when a property is green, there's an additional 9% it brings with it in terms of the asset value. And for us, at the moment, we're spread across 4 continents: Africa, America, Europe, and Asia in terms of Dubai. We control over 200 properties in Dubai at the moment. And today, we want to look at the subject of building wealth through real estate investment. I always start my slide with this particular cash flow quadrant, right? Now, there are 2 major ways people make money. It's either you're making money through active income or you're making money through passive income. Now, on the active income, there are 2 major ways. You either you have a job, you're an employee. Come on, if you have a job, type I have a job. One of the powerful things I always say is there's dignity in labor. Okay, there's no food for a lazy man. So if you have a job, come on, everybody type, I have a job. I love a very interactive class. I think some of you are attending my webinar for the first time, but I love a very engaging class. So when I ask questions, I love people to type, to comment. I want to, read your comments. Thank you, everyone, commenting. Okay, so that's one of the ways to make money from, active income is to have a job. The second way to make money through active income is to be a self-employed. So you have a restaurant, you have a barber salon, you are into public speaking, there is some business you do, but the business rely heavily on you. You have to be involved. That's called being self-employed. Now, these 2 ways are called active income. There's nothing wrong with it, but according to Warren Buffett, if this is the only way you make money, you have to work till you die. So what this simply means is that the money you make from your active income, you have to figure out a way to turn it into capital, to seed capital for your passive income. Come on, everybody, I want you to type, I will use my active income as seed capital for my passive income. Come on. I need everybody's energy right now. I will use money from my active income. And this is one of the powerful ways to build wealth. So you have a job at the moment. You're self-employed, you're an actor, you are a singer, you're a writer, you're an actor, whatever, right? You own a restaurant. You have to figure out how do you use the money coming from that, okay, and invest it into a vehicle for passive income. Now, under passive income, we have 2 ways to make money there. We have one, own a business like Elon Musk, like Bill Gates, like Jeff Bezos, where the business can run without you. Remember, look at it under here. It says, own a system and people work for you, right? When we say, because some people under self-employed also have people working for them, but they are not at this level of business owner. A business owner is heavy, OPM, heavy, OPT. OPM stands for other people's money, high level other people's money. OPT stands for high level other people's time, right? So here we are looking at people who are having employees in their hundreds and their thousands. We are looking at people who have been able to get hundreds of tens of millions of dollars or hundreds of millions of dollars or even billions that they are able to pull into the business, right? Now, you and I agree that this will take time. If you agree, type I agree, right? For you to be able to own a business like this, right? It will take time. Okay? Now, the easier one, and that's what I recommend for everyone, is to become an investor. This one, everybody can do it. Everybody. Everyone can do this one. In other words, you can have a job and then you are today become an investor. You can be self-employed and today, even today, I'm giving you an opportunity to invest in our Richmond project. And you're going to be seeing how today you can become an investor. Sylvester says how. Well, we'll get there. Don't worry. We'll look at it. How? Okay. So being an investor simply means instead of working for money, money is working for you. In other words, you look for a vehicle, a company, a project where they are going to need a lot of money. But guess what? They're also going to make a lot of money in profit. And then you put a portion of your money into that project. And part of the returns from that project is coming to you. Now, so what simply happens here is rather than you putting your time, right? Rather than you always having to put in your money, you only put in your money once. You see now, in other words, you sent your money on an errand and then it continued to bring returns for you. Now, hear this secret, and I want everybody to write it down. Rich people do not spend their active income or earned income. It's the same thing. If we say active income or earned income, is the same thing. Rich people do not spend their active income. They don't spend it. Hear what they do. Their active income is always a seed, okay, that they put into a source of passive income. Hear this. Most rich people spend only their third generation active income, some fourth generation active income. In other words, they will take an active income. Let's say I made $100,000, right, from working hard, from saving my money from my salary, right? They put it, let's say, into a real estate. Now, that real estate business generates income and profit. They use that profit again, put it to another project. You see, that one generates income and profit. They take it again, put it to another project. That's the third generation, right? Now, it's at the fourth generation they now start spending. That's why you see a lot of them can tell you confidently, I can never be poor again. Because they know they've created a machine that just continued to create wealth for them. Come on, how many of you understand this? Is this good? If this is good, type this is good. Come on, quickly, talk to me. If this is good, type this is good. This is good. Is this helpful? Is this good? So, how do you then build wealth through real estate, particularly in the US? Investing in US real estate can be a lucrative way to build wealth, but require careful planning, research strategy, decisive decision making. Here are key steps, strategic steps to help you to invest. Number one, understand the type of real estate investment that you're getting yourself into, right? I teach about 7, and we're going to be learning that in June during the Houston training. We have residential properties, we have commercial real estate, we have rental properties, we have real estate investment trust, which I'm going to talk to you a brief about. We have fix and flip, we have vacation rental, aka short-let apartments. And so there are several ways. Don't start real estate investment or any type of investment at all without understanding the business, without understanding how it works. I have a quote, and this is a powerful quote. Always invest in the knowledge of an investment before the investment itself. This is one of the reasons why today I'll be presenting to all of us attending this an opportunity for you to invest in one of our projects in the US. But guess what? I am making it a seminar. Why am I turning it to a seminar? I want you to understand what you are about to invest in. Because that's one of the rules of investment. Always understand it. Don't get into what you don't understand. Number 2, research the market. So location is very critical, right? When it comes to real estate, we always say location, 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 right? Number 2, market trends. Somebody once asked me, said, Stephen, there is high interest rate in America. Why are you investing right now? I said, because this is the best time to buy. When they zig, you zag. When they go low, you go high. Come on, right? The rule is always to go the opposite direction. When right now, because of the high interest rate, construction is slowing down. People are slowing down to even buy real estate, right? So who is taking the hit? The seller. So people selling properties right now are willing to sell cheaper. You see the point? So I can get into the market, buy property this season at a cheaper price. Is this making sense? In the next 2 years, American election will be over. The new president will have settled down. Interest rate will come down. And guess what? There is now deficit of new houses. You see, I am reading the market trend. And because of that market trend, I'm bullish. Come on, is this good? Right? Number three, demographics. Understand the population demography, and because this guide demand. So you want to be able to understand, hey, what's going on here? Richmond, for example, a lot of people are moving to Richmond and Katy, right? So intentionally, that was the location we're using for this, right? Number three, or number next, financing your investment. You must understand all the various financing options. I'm going to be sharing next, I don't know if you, next 2 weeks, who is interested in coming for another free webinar. I'll be showing you 15 ways to fund your real estate investment. Come on, who is excited? And I'll make it free. I should charge for all these seminars I've been doing for free. I need to start charging. Okay? Now, how many of you want to come for that? 16 ways to finance your real estate deals in America. 16. So, I mean, come on. Like I always say, we come from Africa and we always believe there are some witches chasing us. So, if all the witches in your village are chasing you, 16 ways, you should be able to figure out one or two or three that can work for you, right? But if you're going to do real estate investment, you gotta figure out how to fund the investment, right? Mortgage, private money lender, hard money, or partnership, right? So this Richmond project is a partnership of 5 of us, right, coming together to make this a reality. Okay, and so I will be sharing with you guys all these 16 ways. How do you use cash to do real estate investing in the US? How do you use conventional loan? How do you delay financing? How do you use credit card cash advance? How do you use FHA loans? How do you use hard money loans? How do you flip items to make money to buy property? Okay, private money loans, portfolio loans, bundle commercial loans, seller and owner financing, okay? Home equity line of credit. This is one of the smartest ways. Okay, people will tell me, I don't have money to invest in real estate, Dr. Stevie, and you are sitting on money. Some of you have houses in America that already has 100,000, equity, 200,000 equity, and you're looking at the HELOC there, just laughing at the thing, waiting for the market to crash. And when the market crashes, you don't have any equity anymore, right? Meanwhile, you can pull this and buy a property or invest in a property, right? So we'll look at signature loans, partnership loans, 401k. We're looking at insurance policy. How do you borrow money from your insurance? Come on, how many of you will attend? Who is ready to attend? 2 weeks' time, we're going to be breaking down 16. We'll probably even make it 17 or 18, right? At that point, you can't give me any excuse why you can't do real estate, okay? Because it's available for everyone. Next, building a portfolio. So at this point, you need to build a portfolio. I was just sent today a new portfolio. I'm interested in 100 units of 2-bedroom, 98% occupancy, guys. You won't believe it. Okay, as at April, this property has already done $250,000. So what that means is that by the end of the year, it will do at least $1 million, almost $1 million. Okay, almost $1 million. Let's say 750. At least it will do $750,000. Now, that's a side development. So diversify your portfolio. I've seen so many people who will tell me the only real estate they do is to buy a house. Come on. Or some will say only rental property. Some other will say only fix and flip. Learn to diversify. Some fix and flip. Some just even invest your money and be getting annual returns. You must master the art of diversification, right? Cash flow. Okay? Look for some of them just for the purpose of cash flow. No headache of managing, maintaining anything. At least every year, I will get 10%, I'll get 5%, I'll get 7%, I'll get so percent. You know, you want to do stuff like that. Appreciation. So invest in properties likely to appreciate. We call it capital appreciation. So diversify based across these various reasons, right? Does this make sense? Come on. By the way, let me take feedback. How many of you think this has been worth your time so far? Talk to me. Is this worth your time? Is it worth coming here and listening to me? Right? Has this fine boy, no pimples, okay, shared a few things that make sense? Oh, I can see everybody say it's worth the time, is worth the while. Okay, good. Thank you. Beautiful. I'm happy to hear that. Okay, good. It's been worth the time. Everybody feels, somebody said what a million times. Beautiful. Okay, so let's go deeper. Should I go deeper? You can type deeper. You know, like they say in some churches. Go deeper, Papa. Papa. I am the Papa of real estate. Okay, so let's go deeper. So today we want to focus on one of those vehicles that you can leverage on and build wealth for yourself. And it's called syndication. Now, syndication basically means the process of bringing money together. It's almost a form of crowdfunding for the purpose of real estate, cash producing real estate deals. And ultimately what happens is that you are able to share in the profit of these deals. So, but today we want to focus on something called debt syndication. Okay, everybody type debt syndication. Come on, everybody, type debt syndication. So debt syndication refers to the process of raising funds by borrowing, usually a corporation or a government. Now, we are the corporation in this case, right? Jasper Rivers Smart Estate, through the issuance of a debt security such as a bond or loan with the help of multiple lenders or financial institutions. In debt syndication, a lead arranger or underwriter coordinates the borrowing process on behalf of the borrower. Now, in this case, GVest USA, in partnership with our lawyers, have arranged this particular and done the underwriting for this particular debt syndication. Okay. Now, what are there's equity syndication and there's debt syndication. And they both have their advantages and disadvantages, right? So, and by the way, both are good. It's just a choice. Somebody, I met someone in Doha yesterday. I said, Stephen, I'm only interested in equity syndication with you. I said, why not? He said he's a Muslim and he wants halal investment. I said, come on. I'm telling Mr. Rana right now, go prepare halal, investment. Thank God you're Muslim yourself.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they are vice chairman of the Islamic funding. We're going to talk about
Please
sometime.
go put it together. You're a Muslim yourself. So I want to see the next. I told him, I said, you watch out. We're going to prepare halal, GVS investment option. And
Definitely.
yeah.
We'll have those, sir.
Please, I want to say it. Because he was saying that, hey, in Islam, they don't want, debt, any fixed interest. It should be if you make profit, we share. If you make losses, we share. I say, why not? By the way, that is the advantage or disadvantage of equity syndication. In the case of equity syndication, you lose money, right? Everybody lose. You make money, everybody make. I remember somebody chatting us up when we started our syndication. He said, I know somebody in the US is promising us 40% equity, 40% profit, right? Meanwhile, that was an equity syndication. So what he was contributing entitles him to what? 40% of the profit or losses. So guess what? Recently, the same person is chatting me up and then he's calling the other person. This person is a scammer. He's a this. I lost all my money. I said, but it was an equity syndication, meaning you co-own the liabilities, you co-own the assets as well. So a lot of times we don't take our time to understand what we're getting into. Now, in the case of a debt syndication, the advantage is that whatever happens, the company owes you and they need to pay you. So even if they go bankrupt, by law, you will be one of the first set of people that if the judge they go bankrupt and the judge decides to liquidate the assets, whatever they are able to realize from the asset, you're going to be one of the first people to be paid because it was a debt. Are we learning? If we're learning, tap we're learning, please. Everybody, tap we're learning. Mr. Rana, you want to say something?
Yes, sir. Just continuing on the subject of, there's a lot of concern, particularly in the Muslim diasporas in the Western world, wherever they are, like Australia, US, in Europe, and there is active debate. The mortgages, should they buy the homes on mortgages? Is it halal, or it is not in line with Muslims' limitations? And a
Yeah.
lot of people I have seen. One of my cousins, he's in Melbourne. He didn't buy the home, but contrary, there are people similar come from Pakistan. They are doing good. So I think the fundamental there's a misconception. Uh, I think we will have something on that, Dr. Stephen, going forward. I'll add clarity on this subject. I'll do
Yeah,
some work on that.
absolutely. I mean, since some people want that, I think we should create something like that for them. Okay?
100%, sir. Yeah.
Yeah. Frank says I'm learning. Joe says I'm learning. Opoyemi is learning. Good. I'm happy that all of you are learning. Now, I want you to listen to a testimony by one of our investors in our syndication and what she had to say. I hope the audio will be clear.
And one thing I want to be I want to say this evening is that the staffs are wonderful. They have this way of prompt response. The moment if you are really being into investment, you know what I'm saying. There's some companies you will send mail to, and you keep reminding them, I just sent mail. You send another mail to remind another mail. But before you drop your phone, a call is being sent across to you, and the matter is being resolved. And it's so amazing. And one thing is that I think one of Dr. Akitayo's investor mentees or whatever, openness, it shows everybody the check. This is the check. This is what we are collecting. So I decided to throw my weight in. I said yes. And I want to say something. I have no regret doing that.
Okay, so I hope we all heard her. If you heard her, type I heard. So that's testimony from one of our investors who did that syndication, sharing our experience working with us. If you heard that, please type I heard. Okay, good. Now, why invest in Richmond? Right, so let's get into the particular deals we have for you today. Right? Strong economy. Richmond has diverse, robust economy, supports several key industries, including finance, law, government, healthcare. The city is a home to headquarters of major corporations such as Dominion Energy, CarMax, and a host of Federal Reserve Bank, which contribute to its economy. Right, growing population is also another advantage why Richmond population is really, really growing fast. Okay, Education, we have Virginia Commonwealth University, VCU. We have the Richmond University, right? So you also have amazing educational institutions in Richmond. Also affordable real estate compared to the East Coast cities, right? So Richmond for me has a very, really decent, affordable real estate market. And some of you who are in the US will probably attest to this particular argument. I believe so. Okay, my laptop is about to die, so I'm trying to plug quickly before it goes off. Okay, pro business environment, infrastructure, and development. So a lot of great advantages of investing in Richmond, I can assure you, a great and very safe neighborhood. So let me just play this video. This was a few days before the launch. Here's the land itself, and we have some people who also show us a video shortly during the Q&A. Richmond, Texas.
Everyone. But Larry, this is it.
This
You
is
get on this. You get on this one. Whatever it is that you're doing, wherever you are, I'm in on this one. Whether it's going to give it a bit of credit or but this is great. I'm telling you, I'm just in love. I'm in love with the location.
Okay, so this is my pastor friend, Pastor Larry of Us on the Rock. This was the day before we did the official launch. So this was the launch. It's a 19-acre. Of course, if you add the other green area, 21-acre. It's an estate inside an estate. We're planning on building 60 units single family home that will be selling for between $600,000 to $1 million for each. Construction, we're expecting of the entire thing to take between 3 to 5 years. At the moment, we're not selling, but we have a debt syndication as we are raising a total of over $30 million to complete the entire construction, right? Almost $40 million we're raising. Now, our projection shows that by the time we complete it, the entire estate will be worth $82 million. Do you see how wealth is created, ladies and gentlemen? Right? Putting in about 30-something million, and then in the space of 3 years, we will have something of $82 million in value. I don't know if you think this makes sense. Come on. I thought some of you showed some excitement. Okay? Are you not happy hearing good money? Some people are scared when they hear high figures. But you have to get excited about high figures. Okay? Really excited. So address is Eden Hello. The land is fully paid for. Average target is 60 units. Average square foot is 1,000. And we're looking at from $600,000 to $1 million. And we're looking at, of course, about 1 or 2 floors, 4 and 5 bedroom, and a year of construction starting 2025. So we're starting this year more clearing the land, doing the infrastructure, right? While the houses itself will start being built by that time. Okay, what are the other things we're putting there? We're putting a golf range. I'll soon play the video for you. We're putting also a boat club because it's facing a river. Now, targeted customers, of course, people who value, in fact, because an estate is an estate, currently we're inside an estate of over 200 units. So many of the people in the current estate want to move into this one because it's green and smart and it's more modern and it's, of course, for the big boys. Okay. So even the current estate is already a market for us, right? Because those who live there will be interested in moving. But we have, African diaspora, we have migrants, we have, people who are retiring, who are looking for good home, but the demand is there and it's very huge.
Welcome to GTEX Holdings HQ here in the US of A. And we're excited because this is not just ending here with this building. Opposite us, we intend to build a 6-story office complex. And of course, we hope over time we grow bigger and bigger and bigger. The beautiful thing is, as we expand with our $200 million expansion here in the US, you can join us and invest. With as little as $20,000, you can have a slot. And as we begin to roll out the cash flow from the rental income of office space like this one, which is commercial real estate, or the development we're doing in Tidwell, or the development we're doing in Richmond, and the one in Brookshire, and many multi-family projects we're investing in, you are able to earn passive income for yourself and your family and do great things that you desire. For me, 16 years down the line in our business, 9 years in the development industry, I've worked hard every day to make sure we never let down any single investors that invest with us. We've always had to pay back in return on investment, as well as giving people capital back. And today we are counting millions of dollars that's gone back to various investors in our syndication, whether back in Africa, whether in Dubai, and now here in the US. So, welcome to the family as you invest and you get good money for your investment. Remember, the only true source of financial freedom is passive income. Being able to make your money work for you, being able to have a trusted partner that you give your money and then they go do business with your money, and part of their profit they are willing to share with you. So I love you, and looking forward to we sharing the money together. Love you. Bye-bye.
How many of you want to invest in this? Come on, I want an answer. How many of you think this is a project worth investing in and you would love to invest? Can you type me? Okay, how many of you think this is a project worth investing in and you are interested in investing? Joseph says, I'm interested. Opeyemi says, me. Asa is already an investor and she wants to invest more. Okay, no, Wala. Please, Asa. Damilola, Joseph, Isaac, who else would love to invest in this? Just type me. Joseph says, what investing? Absolutely. You can see more pictures of the beautiful, how it's going to look like, the beautiful environment that we are creating here. So our total estimated cost is $40 million, and value after construction is immediately $82 million. And because they're new, they're all new houses, and looking at, of course, by the year it's going to be completed, the market will have been doing better. We believe that there will be huge capital appreciation, and because they're green and smart, in the next 2 to 3 years, the value will go really, really up, right? So amount we are raising in debt syndication is $10 million for this project, and some other ones we're working on the pipeline. And you can be part of it, absolutely invest in it. We have the Naira investment option, which is minimum of 10 million Naira you can invest. And it's an 18-month cycle. It's not a 12-month cycle. So you get returns every 18 months. And then we have the dollar version as well. And the minimum you can invest is $10,000. And also is an 18-month cycle. It's not a yearly cycle. And so you can invest that, and your capital has to be with us for either 3 years or 6 years, or 9 years. So that's kind of the breakdown. And you can see the breakdown of what your money will be. So let's say you're investing $10,000, you're getting 15% every 18 months. You're investing $30,000, you're getting 16% every 18 months. How many of you agree with me that no bank will give you this? Right? No bank in America will give you this. If you agree, type I agree. No bank in America, right? If you're investing $50,000, you're getting 17%. If you get investing $100,000, you're getting 18% in the 18 months. If you get investing $500,000, you're getting 20%. If you're investing $1 million, you're getting 22%. Now, good news. Who wants to hear the good news? And the good news is only for those of you who are in this webinar and those who are able to invest between now and 4 p.m. close of work tomorrow. So who is interested in the good news? Come on. I want to know whether you're interested or not before I tell you the good news. Right? So I can't just tell you my good news. You have not shown interest. You've not indicated it's for you or not. Okay. Chukwuemeka is interested. My Igbo brother, they will never carry last. As long as it's a money matter. Right? I would have been disappointed if you are not interested. Right? Okay, so I can see a lot of people are interested, beautiful. So what we're doing today, and we did it when we did our Katie project as well. Whenever we launch a product like this, we'll always give the first people to invest extra bonus. We call them the first set of investors bonus. So if you're investing any amount from $10,000 to $100,000 tonight, between today and tomorrow 4 p.m., and you're among the first 10 people. So 2 hurdles you must pass. It must be latest today or tomorrow. Number 2, you must be among the first 10 people. You will be getting extra 2% bonus if you're investing from $10,000 to $100,000. While if you're investing from $200,000 to $1 million, you are getting extra 3% bonus. What does this mean? If you are supposed to get, 15% on your $10,000, now you're getting 17%, guys. Right? On your $30,000, you're getting 18%. On your $50,000, you are getting 19%. And on your $100,000, you're getting 20%. If you're among the first 10 and you're able to make your investment payment between now and tomorrow. However, if you're investing up to $200,000, instead of 2% extra bonus, you're getting 3% extra bonus. So instead of 19%, you're getting 22%, guys. Now, instead of 20%, you are getting 23% if you're investing 500,000. Now, if you're investing 1 million, instead of getting 22%, you're getting 25%. How do you think this is good? Okay. Yes, it just says wonderful offer. Let's grab it. Yeah. So how many of you think this is good? If this is good, type good. Again, my Igbo brother is the first to comment. Chukwuemeka, I like you already. Say good. If it's good, it has 4 zeros, 4 or 3 O's. Okay. I love your energy. So please don't forget that terms and conditions apply. And so if you are interested, you can take picture of this. Either you can send your money through a Naira or dollar accounts, or Euro account, or pounds account, Zenith Bank, or you can do Wells Fargo. And the details are attached as well. Now, it's important to know that whoever invited you for today's webinar is the person you should go and talk to if you're interested. Okay, so if you're Team Asa, just chat Asa up and tell her how much you want to invest. And don't talk, it's not by mouth. So this investment is not by mouth, it's by action. Asa herself has put in her money in this project, okay? And she's putting more because all of us are still putting more into it. So, of course, feel free to send email to info@jasperrichmond.com. If you are Team Stephen Akinta, you can chat me up directly. If you are Team Bertrand, chat him directly. If you are Team John, chat John directly. If you are Team Dapo, chat him up directly. I want to thank you all for being part of this. Was this worth your time? If this was worth your time, just type, it was worth my time. I learned something. This was good. Come on, talk to me. Is this good? It's good and it worth your time. Okay? Oh, beautiful. Matilda says, what my time? Says learned a lot. Omishore says, Team McIntyre, what my time? Okay. Damilola says, what my time a million times. Wow. Thank you all for your kind words. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay, so if you are team, yeah, I know some of you chatted me via my social media. I mean, got to know via my social media. Please know, yeah, even though I'm giving you my number, I will still send you to the office to process if you are Team Stephen. So please know that. So you don't say, well, I chatted Dr. Stephen, I still send me back to his office. Yes, I run a business, not a one-man business. We have a team. So yeah, that's my number. Strictly WhatsApp chat. +1 443 790 3925. Whether you're watching on my YouTube or you're watching on my Facebook, or you're watching on Instagram, whatever you're watching from, +1 443 790 3925. WhatsApp chat only if you are Team Stephen. But if you are Team somebody else, just talk to the person who invited you. But of course, once you chat me, I'll still link you up with one of our team member who will help you out. But the deadline, first 10 people, and it has to be latest tomorrow. Okay? Samuel Ashamu says, there is a man here with me. He said, and I quote, this man understand this business thing, die. Okay, absolutely, I agree. And I agree. I'm a businessman. So before we take questions, while you guys start typing your question, we have our team on the estate. We have Mr. John and Mr. Dapo. They are on the land itself. They're going to just take you around and show you just a brief video. Are you guys there? John, you can put on your video and just do a short tour for our people to see, right? Construction, and that's what we're raising funds for.
Let's cross the river so that everybody will see the river.
So that's the entire trees you're seeing there. That's what we're clearing, right? So in the next 2 months, we're getting quotes from the contractor. They're clearing the entire. So these are the estates. You remember we said estates are an estate. So what they are showing you are existing estates, people who live there, right? See, these are what people already live there, right? While this bush is a 19 acre, right? So the land goes that way. And then where they're walking towards is where the river is. So we have the river on our right, and then the land goes down that way. So it's a beautiful investment, I can assure you. And it's something worth investing in, absolutely. So, Asa, if you see any question, feel free to read it out and let's try and answer it.
Okay, so while they're walking, showing us the lay of the land, thank you, Doctor, for that wonderful talk. Very informative. And as you would see, there's so much more to look forward to, so much more learning. He's coming into the US, so we're all going to be there to glean, from an expert. So, first question is, when do you start the fundraising? Start fundraising started already. We just did, right?
Yeah, we
I
started.
think I think we just did, Dr. Stephen, and I think we might need to extend for first 20 people the bonus scheme. I would see a lot of more people would be coming in.
Well, I mean, I think let's get the money of the first 10. I think that's the first thing we want to see first. Whether we're going to extend that, we don't know. We can't guarantee that. But for now, we
Okay.
can guarantee the first 10. And yes, it's open already. We were the first set of investors. ASA, Bertrand, Mr. John, Mr. Dapo, who are on site. And myself are the first set of investors. We put in hundreds of thousands of dollars already into this, and we are putting millions as well once construction starts. So definitely the investment is open already, and we've given you all the details. Even in my presentation, you can just send your funds. You can visit the website. Why we say talk to the person who brought you is they will give you, once you make payment, there's a KYC. You have to fill the KYC. And you must be an accredited investor if you're an American and you're investing as an American, right? If you are not an American, then that does not apply to you. So you're good to go. All right. But ultimately, you can talk to the team, whoever introduced you, and they give you all the information, and you can invest tonight. Tonight, you don't even need to wait till tomorrow, so that you don't lose the spot that you have. Also, you can click on the Q&A. I think there are some questions when you click on the
Okay,
Q&A.
there are some questions. Fantastic. Okay. So the emissions from the train, will that be harmful to the environment? And then what is the estimated construction time? Those are the two questions.
So first of all, I don't know which emission. I mean, I've been several times and trains are packed, and there's no emission that I'm from any.
Not a choo-choo train. Chugu, 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 choo-choo.
Yeah, I don't know the type of train you have in your mind, but trains are different nowadays, not what it used to be. The good news also, because we are we're using renewable energy, what it means is we have a lot of carbon credit, right? So a few emission here and there will be taken care of by the oxygen that we're generating and the clean carbon we're generating as well. So I don't think that's an issue at all. Yes, next question.
What is the estimated construction time? Okay. How do we guarantee transparency? How do we track construction activity? If you want to be an active investor, what is the pathway? Active investor, like take part in the project.
Well, first of all, I think multiple questions. The construction timeline is 3 years. I think we already mentioned that. Please, those of you who have questions, put it in the Q&A, right? Don't put it in the chats, right? Put it in the Q&A so it's easy to see. So in terms of construction, you are not a contractor, you are an investor, right? What matters to you is to get your returns every 18 months, not the construction itself, right? So I don't think you have any business with that. If you want to now apply as one of our contractors, well, we have a general contractor, and it's the general contractor who now look for subcontractors. So at best, we can link you up with the general contractor we're signing with. And if there are some aspects you can help him with, is his duty, whether he wants to contract that to you or not, right? As regards transparency, we are as transparent as possible. The land is there. If you are in Houston, you can go visit it yourself. You can see the river. That's why they're doing the video. We build track record. These are 16th year as a company. We're not perfect. I mean, every business has its own challenges, but I believe that why we built this good name, this credibility over the years, is because we've done our best to keep to our words and to do things the right way. So, and that's really what it's all about. Again, this is not an equity syndication. Remember, this is a debt syndication. Simply mean every 18 months we give you your returns, right? It is in the case of an equity syndication that it means you are now an equity owner. So in that case now, we have to, be checking the books. You have to see everything because you want to be sure we're not cheating you, right? So you want to be sure that we're able to, we're sharing the profits equally, okay? And if we claim there was a loss, truly there was a loss, but this is a debt syndication. So in the case of debt syndication is that you have given us a loan, we owe you, and we're to pay you back your loan and your with interest. That's it. So two different types of investment. Okay. Next
Okay,
question.
thank you, sir. So what is the square meter of a plot location in the US and the price? Are you talking specifically with this project? Because that's quite a Vivian, that's quite a an
Yeah,
open. Yeah,
we're not selling land.
we're not selling.
Yeah, we're not selling land. Even the house, selling will start next year when we then start selling the house. We want to, again, we're just being careful. If we sell the house off plan when we've not perfected some things, somebody can come and say the design we showed is different from, the design we eventually gave. And integrity means a lot to us. You saw me say it's part of our core value. Right. So as a result, we decided to say we're not selling land or house. We're focused on the investment to raise the funds and to build. And then as we sell, from the profit we make from selling, we give you your returns. So in actual fact, we're telling you 3 years is what we need, but we don't need up to that. But we need to give you a worst case scenario, right? And that's it.
Okay. More questions. What are the possible risks you envisage in terms of delivery and guaranteed returns?
Well, everything in life is a risk. That's why I showed you my work with the lion. Maybe some of you were not here when I showed you. It
Well,
was
how do you hold firm and gentle
a
same
bill.
time?
Hold it firm, hold it loose. I mean, like, how do I do the two together? Okay, so investment is risk, and so absolutely there are risk, but real estate in America is a lot easier because hey, there's insurance backing everything. This land as it is has insurance, right? As we start construction, it has insurance. So, and that's why real estate is one of those mid-risk investment opportunities, not a high-risk investment, because whatever happens, the land is there. You can see it. You can touch it, it's your land. As we build the house too, whatever happens, the house is there. You can touch it. And so as an investor, if you put your mind on the risk, okay, you will never, like they say, if you watch the rain, you never, you never go to farm. So you have to look at, yes, there are risks, but we're not new to this. It's something we've been doing over the years. By the grace of God, since we started syndication over 3 years ago, we have not once failed to fulfill our obligations to our investors. And we give God the glory for that. But also we're very careful. And that's why we give moderate returns. We're not MMM, we're not Ponzi scheme. We're not we'll give you 40%. At the end of the day, even capital you not see. So we talk about what is reasonable, that we know that definitely even in worst case scenario, we will be able to meet up, right? So, yeah.
Fantastic, sir. Thank you for that. Great explanation. Since the project is within an already existing estate, how we gotten the approval from the existing estate as per the windmill installation in the area?
Well, first of all, approval is not from the existing estate. So I don't know whether the person asking that question is based in the US. It's the city that gives approval, right? And at the moment, any installation that is green is a globally loved and accepted, except if there are health implications to it, right? So nobody, put pressure on you to put solar, right? Same thing with windmill. All over America, people put windmill. It just has to be high enough. And we're putting the wind on our land, okay? You forgot that it's our land. We own it, right? The existing estate does not own the land. It's our land. And what I do on my property is my business. Okay? So as long as it's not harmful to somebody else. But in terms of building permit, those come from the city and not necessarily the existing estates are like just neighbors. They had their land, they built their own houses, and we're building ours as well. Simple as ABC.
Fantastic. This is an interesting one. How long will you get the interest? Is it for life?
Okay, good. So
And are the interest taxable as well?
the your capital you will choose. That's part of when you are filling the form. You choose whether you are keeping it with us for 3 years. As soon as you pull out your capital, you can't get interest from us again. So either your capital is with us for 3 years or six years. And of course, you can't be getting interest for life. Come on, I don't know why we ask questions like this.
Optimistic person. Very optimistic.
We
will reap where we sow. We can't reap beyond what we sow.
Exactly. What to sow now? I mean, so
okay. Is the interest taxable?
Well, it depends. I mean, on how. I mean, it depends. For example, I'm just giving an example. Let's say it was your 401k that you decide to use for this, right? It was a loan, and of course, it's deductible. So even the interest on that 401k, you write it off in your taxes, right? So there's depreciation, there's tax deductible. It's just again talk to your CPA, but definitely it's based on where the money is coming from, and talk to your CPA. But definitely most of this investment opportunity, and that's the benefit of real estate. A lot of these things are tax deductible, right? So you're able to write it off. And some of it, you don't even get to pay tax on it. Okay?
Okay.
But CPA, I'm not a CPA, so don't come and say Dr. Steven said I'm doing my disclaimer. But definitely I can assure you that yes, that based on how you file it, most times you don't even have to pay tax.
Okay, thank you. Quite a couple of people are asking if I bring someone to invest, do I get an extra commission?
Right. So by law in the US, we cannot give you commission. However, remember we have two routes to you investing with us. You can invest through our US entity as an accredited investor if you're a US citizen. You can invest through our African entity. Okay, and for that one, you don't need to be an accredited investor. And even with those scenarios, you are not affected by all these things. So it's up to you how you want to invest, whether you're investing through the US entity or through the African entity. And so that's what determines what applies to you. Okay, I hope I answered that question.
Absolutely. I think we have one more. This one I think, should be directed to an immigration lawyer. for investors living in Nigeria, will investing in the US real estate give them a leverage for getting a US visa?
Well, so there's EP5, and we're working on that already with an immigration lawyer. For those of you who invest up to $1 million, definitely we'll work with you to get your EP5. Also, we are working on L1 visa for certain people who invest from over $200,000. We're working on an immigration lawyer to see how we can help you file an L1 because you're a partner at that level, right? So that is what we're doing from our end, working with an immigration lawyer. Ultimately, we don't have control over whether you get visa or not, so that's still ultimately the decision and at the discretion of the immigration officer. Ours is to be able to file and be able to indicate that you are one of our partners, and we need you to be able to come check your investment with us in the US and do things with us in the US. And so we have an immigration lawyer already working with us on a retainer for those who are investing over $200,000 and above.
Great opportunity right there. Great opportunity. I think we still have some people asking what is the percentage return. Maybe we need to put the info email up again so that they can reach out for questions.
Yeah, in terms of commission, if your client is coming through a Nigerian entity, yes, you're entitled to commission. Yes, I think I skipped that. So yes, if your client is investing through a Nigerian entity, there because we can give commission in the Nigerian entity. It's the US entity that we are not allowed to give commission. Okay, so those asking for the detail again, this is the breakdown. You can take the picture. Feel free again to send us an email, info@jasperrichmond.com, and we will reply all your questions in case you have one question or the other. Again, you can reach out to whoever invited you.
Absolutely.
Whoever invited you will be able to answer all your questions. Okay.
All right. So I hope you've taken the pictures. If you need us to flip, okay, so those are the 3 pictures you should take right now. Snip it or snag it or save it so you can refer to it. And of course, reach out to any of us. We'll be more than happy to answer your questions. Also, we'll keep you posted on all upcoming events. I think that's it for questions.
Yes. So our next webinar is going to be, and it's this same, for those of you who are here, it's the same URL link you use that you need to use as well. It's on Sunday 9th June. Okay, and we're going to be looking at 16 ways to fund your US real estate investment, right? So put it on your Google Calendar, Sunday night. Invite your friends, invite your enemies. I always say it. Your enemies are rich, they won't have time to hate you. They'll be busy living a good life. Some of us have enemies because they are struggling, okay? So invite your enemies too. Because if your enemy is making money, they won't have time to hate you, okay? So looking forward to seeing you guys at that event. And those of you also want to come for the Real Estate Investment Masterclass in June, you can attend in Houston or you join virtually. The details I'm sure you have as well. Any comments from you, Mr. John, Mr. Dapo, Mr. Bertrand? Do you have any comments? By the way, these are my investors. Can you help me celebrate our directors? They are directors and they're also investors. So in this project, if you are not, the only reason we make you director is that you're an investor. Yeah, if you're not an investor, you can't be a director. Okay.
Thank you. Absolutely.
Celebrate them for me, guys. Come on, come on. You can see them. They've been on site. You see,
Under the hot Texas sun, yes, absolutely. Thank you, thank you.
Texas sun. You can see stand up for sweating.
Maybe they'll go fishing. They can go fishing in the river after.
Absolutely.
And catch some big red snapper there. Thank you, everyone. Thank you. So I think
love you. God bless you from my end. Asa, round us up.
Well, thank you very much, sir. And it was a real pleasure to spend time with you, Dr. Akintayo and Mr. Ahmed. It was fantastic meeting you as well.
Lovely. Likewise, Mrs. Asal. Wonderful meeting you.
Thank you. So if you want to take a dive into, into the deep end, it's better you do it in a place of safety. So we have Dr. Kintai, we have Dr. Ahmed. They're here to help us, navigate this uncharted territory for a lot of us. So a lot of us will have fears, concerns, but rest assured, a colleague of mine always says, follow the one who knows the way, follow who knows the road, and that will definitely be a road to success. So again, we really appreciate your time. Your time is valuable. You spent an hour and a half with us. Plus, thank you for everyone who came, for all the participation in the chat. It was very interactive. Again, reach out if you have questions. We're here to answer your questions. And we're going to make this a dream come true. Building, getting our active income and use it to create wealth that becomes passive income. And if you are in the IT community, this was also very targeted for you. We don't want to become workhorses all our lives. We want to use that income, invest it so that we can retire, we can do the things we love, and just create generations of wealth. So fantastic, guys. I really appreciate everybody for showing up today. Thank you so much. And God bless you. Bye.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Good night, everyone. From every part of the world. I'm sure it's very late for some of you. Good night. Yes, we follow who know road. Follow who know road. Absolutely. Thank you, guys. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Have a good night. Thank you. Have a good night. Have a good night. Thank you.